Okay, Mr. Hybo, whenever you're ready.
Welcome to School Reach. I'm Norbert Highbaum, your quizmaster for this game. The schools are as follows. Number 1 is St. Matthew's, and school number 2 is Ridgemont. Now, may the players introduce themselves, please. School number 1.
I'm Lino Pisano.
I'm Stephen Alley. I'm Glenn Jesse.
And school number 2, Ridgemont, please.
I'm Sam Myers. I'm Mike Lauren.
I'm Greg Lester.
Thanks very much. We'll play 3 rounds of questions with a minute break between each round. Now, if the scorekeeper is ready, let's begin round 1 with a 40-point snap. Which Ontario village near Port Stanley was founded by American Quakers? Sam?
Pittsburgh.
No. What is the name of Henry VIII's flagship which sank in 1545 and was recovered in 1982? Third, how many U.S. states are named after presidents? Stephen?
1.
Right. What is the name of the broad sash worn with the Japanese kimono? Nobi. Next is a 30-point open question on math. Get your paper ready. I'll say these numbers slowly. What is the ones complement of 10110 in base 2? Stephen?
01001.
No. Ridgemont, try? No, the answer is 1001. Next question, what is the 1110 binary in hexadecimal? No? It is E or easy. And the next one, what is the actual value of 1K in decimal? That is 1,024. And this is
10 points for the red team, please. I think Stephen's answer for the first part was right. The first O doesn't have to be red.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah. Okay.
Fine. A 40-point open question on geography. What sea separates the Solomon Islands and Vanuatu? Coral Sea. What sea separates the Aegean Sea and the Black Sea? Rhonda? No. Ridgemont? Sam? No. Sea of Marmara. And thirdly, what strait separates Taiwan and the Philippine Islands? Jared? No. St. Matthews? No guess? That's the Luzon Strait. Now this is a 45-point team question. The team which correctly answers the following 5-point scramble question may then answer the subsequent question. First of all, the scramble for 5 points. Organic chemistry is, by definition, the study of compounds containing a certain atom. Which is this atom upon which all... Stephen?
Carbon.
Sorry? Correct. Only St. Matthew's may answer the following 3 questions. And you can take your time. What general name is given to saturated, that is, singly bonded straight chains of carbon atoms? I'll read the question again. What general name is given to saturated, singly bonded straight chains of carbon atoms? Stephen?
Alkanes.
Correct. Straight chain alkenes are called aliphatic compounds. What general name, based on a physical property, is given to cyclical compounds that have resonating double bonds, such as benzene? Glenn?
Alkenes.
No. Aromatic, because they stink. And lastly, what name is given to compounds that have identical chemical compositions but different spatial arrangements of atoms? St. Matthew? Rhonda? No, it's close. Isomers. This is now a 40-point open question on Vincent van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh was born on March 30th, 1853 in what European country? Dino. Right. Vincent van Gogh is generally considered the best Dutch painter after whom? Dino? No. Guess, Ridgemont? Rembrandt. While working for an art dealing firm, Van Gogh became interested in the work of two contemporary French painters. Name one of these two whose influence lasted throughout Van Gogh's life. No guess, Millet or Corot. And last one, during the period from 1880 to 1884, he confined himself almost entirely to drawings and watercolors and went to an academy to study drawings in what city? Do you know? No. Richmond? No guess? Brussels. This is a 20-point open question on literature. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Derek? Correct. Of what two cities does Dickinson write? Derek?
London and Paris.
Correct. 20 points for that. This is now an 80-point assigned question on flight. I'll start with Team 1 with St. Matthews and Rhonda. And don't forget, Team 2, the corresponding partner, has a chance to answer any incorrect or incomplete answers. First of all, for Rhonda. In 1900, what German aristocrat designed a rigid dirigible airship? No? And Richmond, Sam? No consultation
No
on
consulting.
this individual, so I'll just have to leave it go. No consultation, these are individual ones. Then we go to Dino. In 1909, who flew the first airplane across the English Channel? Say again? Correct? Oh, close enough.
Quizmaster's decision.
Okay, and Stephen, give him 10 marks. In 1927, who flew the Atlantic non-stop and solo? Any guess, Mike?
Charles Lindbergh.
Correct, 10 marks.
Five.
Sorry, 5 marks?
Yeah.
No. There are 8 questions for 80 points.
But if one team gets it wrong, the other
the
team
other two final.
only gets half.
Sorry. And Glenn, for you, in 1942, who flew the first modern helicopter in the USA?
Sikorsky.
Correct, Sikorsky.
10.
Now we go to Team 2, and Ridgemont and Sam. Where did the Wright brothers first fly? Correct. 10 points. In 1919, sorry, this is for Derek. In 1919, name the two who flew the Atlantic non-stop. Any idea, do you? Alcock and Brown. Now for Mike. What was the name of Lindbergh's plane?
Spirit of St. Louis.
Correct. And the last one, 10 marks. What American made the first solo flight around the world? Correct? Glenn? Wiley Post. Now this is a 30-point open question. Canadian screen beauties of Hollywood past. I guess there are some. First one. Even though this Vancouver-born actress starred in many frontier epics such as Scarlet Angel, you probably remember her from her role in the Munsters TV series. What is the name of this Canadian actress? Yvonne DiCarlo. This actress danced her way from Halifax, Nova Scotia to the big screen. She played opposite Dick Powell in the film 42nd Street. Who is this actress from the Maritimes? Ruby Keeler. And lastly, this actress was a Toronto native. She ruled Hollywood's silent era as American... Who was that? Derek? Correct, Mary Pickford. 40 points, snap break to end the round. What was the family name of the singing sisters, Maxine, Laverne, and Patty? Sam? Correct, Andrews. By tradition, what kind of gift is given to a husband and wife on the 25th? Sam? Say Matthew? Silver is correct. Press your button next time. Okay? And the third question, who was the first man to walk the moon? Derek? Correct. And last one, in what baseball league do the Detroit Tigers play? Derek? Correct. And that ends round 1 with 1 minute break.
Sam, what did... Anytime, Mr. Harder.
Okay. We now begin the second round with the teams tied at 75 points. This is a 40-point snap start to start round 2. What is the difference between a web spinning spider and a hunting spider? Stephen,
The web spinning spider has silk glands.
say again.
The web spinning spider has silk glands.
Whereas,
Hunting spiders don't.
I don't think we can accept that. Can we try, Ridgemont? Anyone there? Web spinning spiders trap their prey, whereas hunting spiders lie in wait or run after them. Next one, what strait separates Newfoundland and Labrador?
Strait of Bell.
Correct for St. Matthews. What federal politician was instrumental in creating Trans-Canada Airlines, the National Harbours Board, and the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation? That was C.D. Howe. And what is the term for a plant louse? Nothing personal. No, that's an aphid. 40-point question, what am I? First one, 40 points. Second, clue 30, 20, and 10, so on. For 40 points. I am a tropical perennial herb known for my aromatic rhizomes. I am found in China, Jamaica, Japan, and some West African countries. What am I? Stephen?
Pepper.
No. Ridgemont? 30 marks. I was one of the first species, I'll say it again. I was one of the first spices introduced into Europe, and for a long time ranked second in importance only to black pepper. Dino? Close. No. Ridgemont? Derek? No. For 20 marks. I grow up to 90 centimeters, that's 3 feet high. My flowers grow in pale green silk spiky clusters, but it is my fresh rhizomes or roots that are useful. They are sweet, spicy, and pungent. What am I, Stephen?
Curry.
No. Ridgemont? And for 10 points, I'm available fresh or dried or preserved or candied, and you might have tasted me in cookies, pumpkin pie, curry powder, tea, or soft drinks. What am I? Rhonda? No. Ridgemont? Okay, I am ginger. It's a 30-point open question on sports. There are 2 types of competitive skiing. Alpine is one, name the other. Greg?
Super G.
No. St. Matthew. Stephen?
Cross country.
Right. There are 3 divisions of
Reset.
alpine skiing. One is
Reset.
downhill. One is downhill. Name one of the other 2. Derek? Right. And there are 2 lengths of ski, jump in... Sam?
70, 90 meter.
Correct. One is 90 meters, the other is 70. 30-point open question, quotations. Identify the people who have had the following to say on the subject of marriage. Which 19th century British author of adventure stories said, marriage is like life in this, that it is a field of battle and not a bed of roses? That was probably Stevenson. And quotation, seldom or perhaps never does a marriage develop into an individual relationship smoothly and without crisis. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. Which Swiss psychiatrist and pupil of Freud wrote that? Carl Jung. And finally, this from the Restoration author of The Way of the World, married in haste, we may repent at leisure. No guesses? William Congreve. This is a 40-point open question on botany Canadian plants. Name the only cone-bearing tree in Canada that sheds its needle-like leaves in the fall. Derry. St. Matthews?
Pine.
No. Larch or tamarack. Press your button, Steve, if you would. What Pacific tree is the tallest tree in Canada and an important source of sand?
Douglas fir.
Correct. 10 points. And the reddish seed pods of which flower can be used to make tea? The flower is also the provincial floral emblem of Alberta. Sam?
Wild rose.
Correct. Which carnivorous plant traps insects in a mixture? Greg?
Venus flytrap.
Say again?
Venus flytrap.
No, I'll repeat the question for St. Matthew. Which carnivorous plant traps insects in a mixture of rainwater and digestive enzymes which collect at the bottom of its cup-shaped leaves? Rhonda? No, it's your plant. 40-point open question on geography. Name the country in which each of the following mountains lie. The Tayumulco volcano, the highest peak in Central America. Eric? No. I'll say that. Guatemala. Mount Aconcagua. Sorry, I'll say that. You explain? Say again. Correct. Mount Elbrus, the highest point in Europe. Mike?
Switzerland.
Say again.
Switzerland.
No, St. Matthews. Soviet Union. And lastly, Mount Cook, located 200 kilometers from the city of Christchurch. Sam?
Australia?
No. Glenn?
New Zealand.
Correct. No. Oh, 5 months. New Zealand.
That was 10 points
That
because
was 10
it was
because
not an
it was-
assigned
okay,
question.
so-
Oh, okay. So that's the break?
And no.
Oh,
The 30-point open question on music. Identify the novels, plays, or literary works upon which the following music is based. The music comes from Lost in the Stars by Kurt Weill and is based upon which book by South African Alan Paton? No guesses? Cry the Beloved Country. Massenet wrote an opera based on a masterpiece by Corneille, based in turn on a Spanish drama. The title? El Cid. And lastly, an epic opera by Prokofiev, based on what Tolstoy work? War and Peace. Now this is a 30-point open question. Bird names. Which French chanteuse was called the Sparrow? Edith Piaf. Las Palmas and Santa Cruz de Tenerife are two provinces belonging to which archipelago? Glenn.
Canary Island.
Correct. This Canadian actor, born in 1898 in St. John, New Brunswick, became a Hollywood star. Although there's a slight difference in spelling, his surname is a type of bird. What is it? Rhonda? No. Ridgemont. Walter. Pigeon. This is a 20-point open question on children's literature. In Jacob, Tutu meets the Hooded Fang. What was the Hooded Fang's previous profession? That was a wrestler. And in Jacob, Tutu meets the Hooded Fang. Jacob is noted for... Gary? Right, 10 marks. This is now a 40-point snap break and the round. What animal does one resemble if one is called an ovine? Stephen?
Cow?
No. Ridgemont? Sheep. A former food staple aboard ship. What is another term for sea biscuit? Hardtack. Which London art gallery's founder is linked to a well-known sugar refinery? Tate or Tate and Lyle. And last, to end the round, what is the name of the stick an orchestra conductor wields? Greg?
That's on.
Correct, 10 marks. We have 1 minute break to round 3.
yeah, you can clap.
We will now begin round 3. Before we do so, there's a correction in the score. 10 points were deducted from St. Matthew from a previous sports question on Nordic and cross-country skiing. And so now the score stands at 115 to 135 in favor of Ridgemont. We begin now with a 40-point snap start to start round 3. In which European country does the river Arry flow? Dino. No, Ridgemont. Derek.
Austria?
No, Switzerland. What is the name of the butler in the well-known humorous stories of P.G. Wodehouse? Stephen.
Jeeves?
Correct. 10 marks. With which country do we associate the leek as a national emblem? Dino. Louder? No. Which one? Wales. Both Guthrie's, father and son, were singers. Give me the Christian names. Sam?
Arlo?
Names. The other one is Woody. This is a 35-point team question. The team which correctly answers the following 5-point scramble may then answer the following questions. First of all, the scramble for 5 points. According to the Guinness Book of Records, it is the longest street in the world, running 1,178 miles. Who's that, Stephen?
Glenn.
Who is it?
Glenn.
Glenn, sorry, what is it?
Young Street.
Correct. It is. The rest now, next questions will deal with Yonge Street and are addressed only to St. Matthews. Governor John Gray Simcoe named Yonge Street after Sir George Young, who held what post in Britain? You can consult. Quickly. Steve?
Prime Minister?
No, Secretary of War. Weather conditions in spring and fall rendered Yonge Street virtually unusable, and so earned the new town of York what nickname? You can consult, but go ahead, Ian.
Muddy York.
Good. Correct. Muddy York. And Yonge Street, which is Highway 11, continues to which community on Lake of the Woods? Glenn?
Rainy River.
Correct. 10 marks. This is now a 40-point open question on the equator. The location of the equator can be determined by observing the elevation of the sun above the horizon or observing the elevation of which star? Stephen?
North Star?
Correct. At the equator, the days and nights are always of equal length, 12 hours each. This is because the line that separates darkness from daylight and the equator are both great circles. What is this line that's a circle called? It's called the circle of illumination. What is the region of calms, light variable winds, and thunderstorms located near the equator that varies in position and extent according to the season? Doldrums. And lastly, what is the name of the South American so I'll repeat the question. What is the name of the South American capital? Derek?
Quito.
Correct. Good. Now this is now a 30-point open question on pairs. P-A-I-R-S. What two animals' names describe the action of the stock market? Sam?
Bull and Bear.
Correct. What singing and acting couple of the past were named America's Sweetheart? Dino?
George and Grace.
No. Ridgemont? 10?
Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers.
No. Nelson Eddy and Jeanette McDonald. And what unusual duo recorded the 1982 British hit song Peace on Earth? Rhonda?
David Bowie and Bing Crosby?
Correct. 10 marks. Now this is a 20-point open question on words. What letter must be added to the beginning of a word meaning to cut, bite, or corrode with an acid or the like, to create a second word meaning any of several mostly climbing herbs of the genus Vickii? That would be vetch, V the letter. And again, what letter must be added to the beginning of a word meaning to move or proceed, especially to or from something, to create a second meaning, meaning gone, gone by, or past? What letter? Derek?
F.
No. Say Matthew? Rhonda?
P?
No, it's close though, A. This is now the 140-point snap out to end the game. Gary Dahl invented a humor phenomenon that swept the nation a decade ago. What was it? Derek? No. Say Matthew? That would be the pet rock. Who took over as conductor of the Boston Pops after Arthur Fiedler's long reign? John Williams. What world-renowned bridge player is also an internationally famous movie star? Derek. Say Matthew? Omar Sharif. Assiniboine Park is found in what western city? You know. Correct. 10 marks. What two historical
Red.
figures?
Red, 10 points.
What is two historical figures who fought each other in a famous battle, each have a food named after them? Rhonda?
Custard.
No. Good try. They fought each other. Ridgemont? Derek? No. Napoleon, the pastry, and Wellington for beef. What is the name of David Letterman's dog? Bob. What was Paul Revere's occupation? Do you know?
Minute man?
No. Ridgemont? Silversmith. Madame Curie and her husband discovered radium. What was her husband's first name? Do you know?
Gary.
Correct. Who invented the system of printing and writing for the blind? Do you know?
Louis Braille.
Correct. Which ornamental tree is the floral emblem of British Columbia? Pacific dogwood. In the book Mutiny of the Bounty, what was the HMS Bounty's cargo? Stephen?
Gold.
No. Greg?
Breadfruit.
Correct. 10 marks. What is the name of the Major League Baseball stadium in San Francisco, Cal? Derek? Correct. In the comics, who's Batman's sidekick? Sam?
Robin.
Correct. Who wrote the book The Source? Reset. Say it again. Who wrote the book The Source? That was James Michener, and that ends the game. For St. Matthews and 185 for Richmond. Very good. Give me my pen.
Okay, thanks. Reset, please. Reset. Okay, see, a close game, 15 points. The judgment call could have gone either way, but we deducted 10 from both teams, I think. And then there's this one stupid spider question.
Reset is tough. I don't know how you do it.
That would have gone another 10 points for, okay, now look, the next question pack.
So Pearson has
Each
what?
team for a question pack, 14 should get a copy.